divorce. That's a huge price.
In a world where divorce rate is extremely high, especially in celebrity marriages,
every one of us that is married, we are the target.
Cheating, breakups, and making headlines. But it will surprise you that in the midst of all these, some celebrity marriages are surviving the storm.
So divorce is out of the question.
So I looked into about 7 of them.
And the patterns I found might just surprise you.
What are these couples doing right? In this video, I'll be taking you through the lives of these couples, one after the other. And we'll find out what's keeping them going.
Whatever challenge we face, I'm here to, I'm sure the devil is tired of us. We're here.
Omoni Oboli. I started with Omoni Oboli because something about her presence online felt grounded. What I found surprised, she's been married for about 25 years now with older kids and a grandchild. And it's not just love keeping them together. Because she says it herself, there are times she felt like, why did I get married so early?
I've had moments where I was like, why did I get married so early?
The biggest sustainer of marriage is intentionality. Omoni Oboli and Namdi Oboli are very intentional about sustaining their marriage. Sometimes when you put it that way, it sounds more like a chore. But these two have found ways to keep their marriage strong. Thus, their love story isn't just sweet.
Your marriage only works in as much as you put the work into the relationship, into the marriage.
They live like best friends, but they both know when to be a husband or a wife and when to allow your partner build their careers.
Thank you for being my wings and letting me soar.
And talking of careers, it's quite tricky to sustain a marriage, especially with the nature of the career of most celebrities. Imagine a married Omoni Oboli passionately kissing the real RMD in a movie. And oh, her husband watched the film because she says it herself that her husband watches even more Nigerian films than she does.
Because you watch every Nigerian movie.
Yes.
I've never seen anyone that watches all Nigerian movies like you.
So to answer that question, we took to the Etim Effiongs. Daniel Etim Effiong and Toyosi Etim Effiong. Marrying someone who understands your industry.
I know people say, I can't marry someone in the same industry.
No matter how much you love a person, the marriage will come crashing if they don't understand your industry. This doesn't necessarily mean they should be in your industry.
And you have a little control over it, not 100%.
So whether the person is in your industry or not, regardless of which industry, music, medicine, journalism, creative art, your partner should be one who first understands your industry and understands you. Daniel and Toyosi Etim Effiong have been married for about 8 years now, and it surprised you that their marriage has come thus far because it was hitting the rocks right in the first 2 years.
First 2 years were rocky. First 2 years were extremely rocky.
But really, what makes it easier for such couples to stay and not blast the internet with scandals, noise, and divorce?
The honest answer that I could come up with was I stayed by faith.
Every one of the 7 successful marriages I investigated had a common pattern. The couple had shared values and spiritual foundations.
It also helped that you were Christian and not just, I go to church sort of Christian.
So then I went on to Banky W and Adesua, everyone's favorite celebrity couple. But beyond the beautiful wedding and Instagram perfect moment, I found a couple who fought silent battles together. From health challenges to public pressure, they stayed united by faith, not just with love.
Relationship. Do we have a relationship with God?
So bottom line is, for the marriage to be successful, both couples should share the same spiritual foundation. If it is God and Christianity you both strongly believe in, then both couples should have a similar foundation, the same foundation. If both believe in something else or in a different religion, then it should be on common grounds. Because if the couples don't share the same faith, usually one is blown away at the slightest attack. Then I looked into Omotola Jalade, one of the most admired women in Nollywood, always in the spotlight. But somehow, her marriage has survived almost 30 years.
So don't think that when you're married to somebody, it's always going to be lovey-dovey. No.
It made me wonder, What happens behind the curtains? Is their marriage always this cozy?
There are times I look at him, I'm like, somebody needs to remind me why I chose this guy again.
Then we find out that the success of a marriage is not just love and shared spiritual foundation, but a mix of trust, space, and genuine friendship. Omotola is married to Captain Matthew Ekeinde, but she always finds that beautiful friendship and grows it every day.
And we are very open to each other. You know, we talk to each other.
What more? Is that all there is to it? So I went on to dig a lot deeper. What I discovered with Mercy Johnson was quite a surprise for me. Sometimes it takes even more effort to sustain a marriage as a celebrity than a regular person.
Because if you're in the kind of line of work that we are in, every one of us that is married, we are the target.
Mercy Johnson is married to Prince Odi Okojie, but we all know her for her bold roles and a strong screen presence. I really am proud of her for sustaining her marriage despite her drive for a thriving career. So what did the magic? The love for family. Then I found out that regardless of your height in your career, your family should always come first. Focus on family, and a quieter kind of success makes all the difference in sustaining a marriage. So despite her drive in maintaining a successful career, she puts in so much effort in sustaining a good and a strong family front.
If it's something to do with my kids or my family, I'll commit it and go.
Then RMD reviews the other side that makes the difference. Keeping your issues private. The moment you start making noise so much on social media about the little hitches in your marriage, the devil takes a hold of it and starts to run with it. And before you know it, you have so many challenges in your marriages that you cannot handle.
You shoot it down.
RMD is married to Jumobi Adegbesan. Even though he posts her and their love life sometimes, he's very careful what he puts out there. There are two options. You can post your love or protect your love. This couple chose the latter, and that saved them. Married for over 20 years now, and their marriage is still growing stronger. Finally, I looked into the inspiring bond of Ajoke Silva and Olu Jacobs.
You know, you get married, it's not a death, it's a continuous journey.
35 years of marriage. Now, Olu battles dementia, yet Auntie Ajoke is right there, hand in hand. What they share is more than a marriage. It's a vow that's being lived out every single day. Communication is king.
Seems like sometimes the enemy feels like, so you weather this one, you think you weather this one. Okay, let me throw another one. Let me see whether you weather this one.
In all of this, leaving communication out of the equation is just like fighting without results. For a thriving marriage, it is important to learn to share how you feel, and talking every issue out sustains a marriage to the core. The more you communicate, the better you become at it and learn to live out your vows every single day.
I wish I had learned to communicate better earlier.
In all of these, I've learned that marriage is not a PR move. It's not a brand extension. It's a lifelong partnership. Behind the glamorous wedding and all, there is a lot of work that goes into making a marriage work. We put in so much effort into building careers, yet we expect our marriages to just build themselves without any effort. It doesn't work that way. If you've watched to this point, comment, "I made it to the end." So I definitely would acknowledge you if you do that for me. What were your strongest takes from this video? Share with us in the comment section, and we definitely will get interactive in the comment section. Kindly watch other videos on this channel and let me know if there is any specific discovery you'd like me to make for my next video. Drop a like, share, and comment on this video, and we'll meet definitely on the other side of things. Share this video to someone who still doesn't believe in lasting love. Catch you in the next. The name still remains Mami Amnapuka. Do watch other videos on this platform. See ya.
Value system.